Greetings. This is Queen at the Earth Lodge with Earth Speaks, and today we are talking about the super moon, the flowering moon. Traditionally, Native Indigenous people celebrated this spectacular event in springtime and celebrate the budding of new flowers, the flowering of fruits, the flowering of vegetables, the flowering of flowers, the flowering of edibles, the flowering of plants, the flowering of life, the flower of life. We are celebrating in the flower of life. And what that means is that we have the capacity in this energy of creativity that's happening pretty much all over the planet. Even in snowy places, there's still something percolating under the earth. So we're in the phase of birthing, and which is perfect with our lives being affected globally all over the planet by this pandemic journey that we're on. We can focus on the positive aspects, and that positive aspect and the energy of this full moon, a super full moon that's giving birth to herself. Super means that the moon is closer to the earth than normal. So we've even got more light. And because the moon governs our body fluids, our mental, our intellect, we have the opportunity to connect and program these body fluids in alignment. That's why it's so important that we go out tonight and sit in her presence so that she can help illuminate and activate those places within ourselves that need to be birthed. Everything's birthing and flowering. So we need to flower a new vision for ourselves from a place of self-sovereignty, not from a place of fear. Oh, they're going to take us off. They're going to cut us loose very soon, and what are we going to do? No, we're going to activate our flowering, our birthing, our creating a new vision based in our sovereignty, based in our capacity to tap into that reptilian brain that reminds us how to live in tandem and harmony with the earth, how to remember how to reconnect with the soil. And that's simple. Pick up a handful of soil, go down at least 4 inches, grab some soil, smell it, talk to it, be with it, and make an agreement that you are going to activate within yourself. And you want the help of earth. Believe me, you can't do it without it, because that what you look at, you look with. We are the earth. So we want to embody this practice of flowering into something new, something spectacular, something sustainable, something that will assist not only our own personal journey, but will assist in the journey of humanity. Because we are finding that we are connected, our flowers are connected in ways now that we could not even imagine. I actually reconnected with the flowering part of myself that is Choctaw. I found a family member. So once you say, I am willing to flower something different besides fear, because fear is budding all over the planet. Okay, that's the norm. But we can also plant and flower something that is very different, African. I don't know. There's some streams of consciousness coming through. Something that is very different. I dare you to claim that part of yourself that can create something that you desire. Not something that you've been told you could do. No, with this we want to go beyond the parameters, beyond the false limitations, beyond the imposed limitations, and better yet, beyond the accepted limitations. This is an opportunity to get up off that sofa, get your butt outside, stand under the illumination of the super flowering magnificence, and you will not walk away the same. You will have an activation, and you will be anointed by the light of her womb, and you will begin to flower by the time you walk back into your dwelling. That is an absolute promise. Whether you recognize it or not, if you put your hands out and say, Mother Moon, Moon, Being, Illuminate the places within me that I have forgotten. Illuminate the places of sustainability, of creativity, of unlimited imagination, of self-healing, of caring, of reconnecting to humanity, of rising above the soot of stagnation, of procrastination, of isolation. Set that intention with her and you will not leave void. It is absolutely impossible. Because where two or more are gathered, you and the moon in the middle, there is birthing happening. And when that light comes into your body, it will activate a place that you have forgotten about, or that you're not willing to believe that you can actually bring it into womifestation or manifestation. So it's more than just a beautiful shiny moon. It's a calling for you to get up and do something different. She doesn't just lower her light so that we can be in awe of it. She's lowering the light so that you can evolve beyond any obstacle, any limitation, fear, doubt, worry, hate, trauma that's been recycled for generation after generation, isolation, violence, and a lot of that is perpetuated on the self first. And it becomes a part of our reality, part of creation. You can see it just flowering all over the planet. We're getting ready to stop that because we have the capacity to do so. So something that I'm inviting you to do is to get underneath the light of the full moon tonight and just take a pen and paper, put your pen to the paper and just write whatever comes up. Trust what you hear, trust what you know, trust what you see. But your intention is to illuminate the places within me that will allow me to ascend beyond this three-dimensional reality. And I want you to Google and do your homework on 3-dimension moving into 4, 5, 6, and on up. If you don't know about that, you need to know, because the planet has already begun to do that. So, and also, once you do your ceremony with the moon, take your children out. With anybody you can get out to come, bring them out. And the children will have absolutely wonderful things to share with you about the moon. But during the seeding time, if you haven't planted already, find a piece of soil anywhere. Even if it's not your yard, which we know that we don't, none of this land belongs to us. We're on borrowed time here. Guest. Find a piece of soil, find a seed, save the seeds from your cantaloupe, your apple, just whatever, and then put it in the earth and set your intention in there with it. So you dig a little hole, you put your seed in. I'm setting the intention for magnificence, brilliance, and unlimited imagination and creativity now, not tomorrow. I want it now. And so it activates within the self, and you ally with the earth when you put the seeds in the earth. If you have crystal chips, put the crystal chips in there, because the grid is changing. It is now requiring light energy, and crystals hold the light frequency. Look up light workers, look up light energy, look up light frequency. Okay, so if you don't have the crystal chips, blow your breath into the earth. If you can, take a little strand of hair, saliva, any body fluid, put it in there with it, pack it down, and watch it grow. Tend to it, talk to it, water it, ally with it. You are allying with nature because you cannot do it by yourself. You never have done it by yourself. So when I hear people say, oh, I'm alone, no, you're not. You've got the energy of the moon, the sun, the ancestors, and the earth that you stand upon is holding you upright every day. So let's just get rid of that paradigm of being alone. You're surrounded by energy and entities that want to see you step into your majestic, magical, creative being without limitations. Self-healing prophecy. So I invite you to go out and do that tonight. Set anything that you have out. Put your crystals out, your sacred beads out. Put your bottles of water out. Charge those waters with the super moon. Shout out to my friend Nettie in Oklahoma. That's my sister. We're both putting bottles of water out all over the place. We're in ceremony. When that moon illuminates, you are automatically in ceremony. So turn off the TV and be in your ceremony. The preparation has already been made for you. She's done it all. All you have to do is step outside and you automatically go into ceremony when you look up and lock eyes with the moon. It's a promise, beloved. It doesn't matter what your story is, what your race is, what your situation is right now. It doesn't matter. She has come to bring a gift, and she's in super mode, superwoman mode. Okay? So make sure you get some time in tonight and inbox me. I'd be interested to see what came up. Inbox the Earth Lodge. We can all share in the information. To learn more about us, go to www.earthlodgecenter.org. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our YouTube. Become a subscriber. Like us, love us, share us with your friends. Don't forget to send a donation if you have extra to share. That keeps the frequency high here at the Earth Lodge, and then we get an opportunity to help more people. Don't forget to spread Free Beans and Rice Wednesday. We are still here. We're still making beans and rice, and it's free to anyone that is in need or even in want. Sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. There's beans and rice here that are already been lovingly prepared. And I think that's it. Have a blessed supermoon ceremony, and we look forward to staying connected with you. Blessed be to all of those that have transitioned into the ancestral realm by way of COVID. We love you, we appreciate you, and we're listening to the messages you are sending us. Blessed be to all of those that are now fighting with COVID in the hospital, those loved ones that have loved ones that are fighting for their lives. And don't forget to take a moment out of your day and just be prayerful and mindful and send energy to the folks that have been affected. Many of us are walking around here like nothing has happened. And even if you don't believe that this is real, whether you think it was a lab experiment, a government propaganda, or it was rat poop, it doesn't matter. People are dying. Put your mask on. Put it on. Get your gloves on. And to start your day in honor, if nothing else, in honor of those that have lost their lives and those that are on the front lines in the hospitals, grocery stores, and gas stations, and all those places that make our lives more comfortable. Protect yourself and be respectful for those that have given their lives. Blessed be, and Ashe.